Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirrabbilalamin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May the peace, mercy, and blessings of Allah be upon you all. And welcome to our program. For this video, we will talk about facts of life. Okay, and Ustaz Malik will gonna discuss this one. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Ustaz. The time is yours.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. يقول تعالى في محكم تنزيله أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اعلموا أنما الحياة الدنيا لعب ولهو وزينة وتفاخر بينكم وتكاثر في الأموال والأولاد كمثل غيث أعجب الكفار نباته ثم يهيج فتراه مصفرا ثم يكون حطاما وفي الآخرة عذاب شديد ومغفرة من الله ورضوان وما الحياة الدنيا إلا متاع الغرور صدق الله العظيم. This verse is explaining about the facts of the life. What's this life? What exactly going on? And at the same time, compare between this life and life after death. This chapter, Al-Hadid, number 57, verse 20.
57 verse 20.
Yes.
Okay. I will read it in English translation.
Yes. And try to understand. Give me what you understand for this.
Okay. Bismillah. Know that the life of this world is but a sport, wanton, an empty show, a source of boasting among yourselves in an aimless quest for more riches and children. It is like the rain the vegetation produces, whereby pleases the cultivators. Then the vegetation blooms and flourishes so that you can see it turn yellow and on ripening. Then there comes a time when it becomes worthless calf. But the hereafter promises both a severe punishment for the wicked and the righteous, that is protection from Allah and His pleasure. The life of this world is nothing but a temporary enjoyment of delusive things, mashallah. So in this verse, it talks about we will enjoy the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but there is a limitation or ending in this worldly life. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised that we have Jannah, I mean, and that Jannah is forever. And we will live there, inshallah, if Allah's will. Then there is no sadness, there is no crying, there is no what we call this, punishment. So that's all, Ustads.
I try to analyze more about this verse.
Okay.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned five
Yes.
matter for this. For أعلم, know or knowing, this life, حياة الدنيا, or temporary life, it's لعب, play, له, enjoy, زينة, beauty, تفاخر, be proud, and تكاثر, multiply and collecting, or
Of riches.
5.
Yes.
This is 5. Actually, we are involving in that. It's what that it's about. لعب, it's about body. لهو, part, لعب, enjoy, playing.
Yes.
Especially today, many people playing, especially in internet now, it's playing. Then, used by the body. له, by the heart. Enjoy. Happiness. What you are looking for? They said we look for happiness. Where you go? Enjoyment. People spending time in that too much.
Yes.
Zina, beauty. Today, how much the income of the beauty, selling beauty, especially for the woman and
No.
for the man, many kind of beauty. See how it's very deep the verse. It's analyzed about these 5. Then playing, enjoyment, and beauty. Beauty as buying gold, as buying accessories, as buying and تكاثر في الأموال, multiply the wealth, or before that تفاخر, be proud. I buy car, I buy house, I buy something. It's all that they're talking today.
Yes.
Okay, then تكاثر, multiplying, extra. What next one? We try to have we don't have a conviction, we don't have satisfaction,
Satisfaction.
we don't agree about what Allah ordered to us. Always we are the human, always looking how to add, and at the same time greedy.
Being not contented.
Yes, they are more in contented. Yes, conviction. Then so all that is sickness actually inside our hearts, and we need to clean that. We talk about it already in the purification, but today this is the here Allah give us what's the real meaning of this life, or what's the facts of this life. Actually not meaning, it's the truth, about 5, playing, enjoy, beauty, then proud or be proud, takathur, multiplying. Everyone have one car, he need another car. One buy one lot, he need another lot. Huh?
Yes, many people.
Really?
Yes.
Then we give the example. He said, كمثل غيث أعجب الكفار نباته. This one, it's like coming, have plantation come out, people happy by this plantation, and flower come out, people take selfie and they are happy. Then this plantation or this flower or this beautiful plantation come out, what will happen? Later on will be dry and will be destroyed.
Yes.
And strong wind will go everything.
That's
This
true.
is the life.
Yes.
It's not for the meaning of life. First time beauty, flower come out, tree, but how many week, how many months will be destroyed and will be go as food for the animal or anything else. Then in the last, Allah give us the 2 ways between the people work in this life. وفي الآخرة عذاب شديد ومغفرة من الله ورضوان. Punishment or forgiveness and blessing. الدنيا متاع يميل few or temporary only. Then we need to use that temporary time or temporary life to gain. You should gain more reward, and we work. We be in this life like traveling. In this hadith عن رسول صلى الله عليه وسلم عن عبد الله بن عمر رضي الله عنهما قال أخذ رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم بمنكبه فقال كن في الدنيا كأنك غريب أو عابر سبيل. See what's Prophet, how Prophet explain us about this life. He said, be in this life like stranger or عابر السبيل. You mean traveling. Like now, if you are traveling from city to city, you have transit for some place. Am I right? Temporary,
Yes.
just
Yes.
for ablution, praying, or drinking, or eating. That moment you stay in that place, this is life. You should be like that in this life. Or كأنك غريب, stranger. If you're traveling, if you go another country or something stranger, if you are there, it's never you think about many things because you are temporary and you don't have that time, that kind of feeling or encouraged to have a will to have temporary. In this life, you be like you are traveling or you are temporary traveling or you are as a stranger. This is the meaning of the hadith. You mean don't hold too much and don't love this life too much. You do your part. Uh, Also, don't leave it. Don't be sleeping and waste your time for nothing. No, you need to do. Like what we talked yesterday about the duty, the three duty, it's important for the humanity. Number one, you need to contribute. You should have something you do. And at the same time, you have a relationship, you have a wife, you have a children. You do your duty actually. And you need to seek work and to have an income to satisfy your physical needs and at the same time your spiritual needs. But don't hold it. Don't take it long time. Don't love it. And at the same time, don't let that enjoyment and happiness make you forgetting your day of judgment and forgetting to collect the reward in the day of judgment. Yes. Have someone, one of the companions of the Prophet or his friends, he come to the Prophet. جاء رجل النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. This عن أبي العباس سهل بن سعد السعدي رضي الله عنه قال, one of the Sahaba of the, he was with the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام. Someone come to the Prophet. He said, فقال يا رسول الله دلني على عمل إذا عملته أحبني الله وأحبني الناس. Give me some work or some deeds I do, Allah will love me, and at the same time also people, they will love me too. About this life, he asked wisdom. Then Prophet answered him. He said, ازهد or ازهد في الدنيا يحبك الله وازهد فيما عند الناس يحبك الناس. This man asked Prophet, give me some deeds I do, Allah will love me, and at the same time also people around me, they will love me. He said to him, ازهد في الدنيا يحبك الله. ازهد في الدنيا, you mean don't meaning don't leave this dunya. No, don't love this life too much. ازهد, it's very deep words in Arabic. The meaning of that, don't love this dunya too much, Allah will love you. Even when you focus about worshiping, your main goals to make da'wah, to worship Allah, to gain more reward in the day of judgment. And at the same time, you wake up morning to satisfy your needs and you work hard and to have a power to give sadaqah, also good.
Yes.
Because sometimes working and gaining money, it's good to give charity to help others and to gain more reward. It's not the same. One have a money and spend that in the sake of Allah, it's have more reward.
Yes.
But at the same time, don't love it too much. Don't focus in that. You forget the day of judgment. This one, he said, don't love this life. Allah will love you. Second one, it's the same. But second one, what he said? ازهد فيما عند الناس يحبك الناس. You don't love what have people enjoy in that, people will love you also. Don't involve in the business too much and talking with that business argument and dialogue with him. Oh, open brand and another company. People will love you also. I don't know if you take this wisdom or no.
Yes, yes.
Actually, I heard this hadith before me before a long time. After that, I try to implement that, and it's success with me already. People discuss about businesses, but I skip from that. People already love me. No one, no one, no one against me. And the first one, oh yes, you live this life. Don't focus about it. You do it in the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You work to have an income or to have family to take care for it in the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then Allah will love you also. Don't miss your prayer. Don't miss your worshiping. Don't let the business get you from your prayer, because sometimes if you have a business, or especially your own business, or you have some small business, sometimes take you from your prayer and make you busy.
Yes.
I don't know if that happened for you or no. Huh?
Yes, 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 yes. It's true.
Yeah, many times. Before me happened with me this one. I was busy in business, and actually in the construction building, take my time too much. Alhamdulillah, Allah's guide us to the right way.
Alhamdulillah.
Inshallah, we ask Allah to we continue in that way. I mean, because sometimes you don't know what will happen for you. That's why you need always to wake up and understand where you are, where your position, why you miss, why, and we need to blame ourselves every night. You need to check what you do, what you done today, what your income have. Not just income in the money. People close the account only the income for the how much today his income. No, you need also as a reward, help. How many person you give charity? How many dhikr you do? How many prayer today you done? Yes, you need to ask yourself, not only the account, only accounting. That's why people today busy in this accounting. How much the wealth, accounting how much the lot, how many children, how much the income, how much they are spending time for that. Sometimes staying 2 hours, 3 hours, but people talking only about lots, about houses, about sale, about trading only. Have no one mention Allah's name or thankful Allah. Even this is part of the useless, wasting time for loving this life without caring about the day of judgment.
I will give my own experience about that, Ustaz.
Okay.
Before, when I'm so busy in this dunya or business about that, when I wake up early in the morning, and after 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., all my energy were drained. So it's hard for me to pray Maghrib and Isha. So that's the problem of if you focus in the dunya life, how to become rich, how to become billionaire. Like that, astaghfirullah.
This chapter, you can open this chapter and we read it for us and we read Arabic in English. Allah. Number, complete chapter, we read that.
Okay.
102, chapter 102, 102. التكاثر.
102 verse.
Yes. Yes, yes. All. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. You open already.
Yes.
يقول تعالى بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألهاكم التكاثر حتى زرتم المقابر. The important is the first verse. ألهاكم التكاثر حتى زرتم المقابر كلا سوف تعلمون ثم كلا سوف تعلمون لو تعلمون علم اليقين لترون الجحيم ثم لترونها عين اليقين ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم. صدق الله العظيم.
Up to 8, huh?
Yes.
Oh, people, you're vying with one another to excel and multiplying worldly positions diverts you from God and true values of life. 2. Until your death, you embrace the grave. Now you should never hunger after worldly gains, power, and position. You shall come to know in time that you have been chasing a shadow. Nay, again, we repeat, never should you misuse your life of probation. You shall come to know the consequences of it in time. No, never. If you only knew the consequences thereof with sure and certain knowledge, you will certainly see the very hellfire in the present life by seeing the sad fate of the wicked. Again, you shall most certainly see it in the hereafter with the eye of certainty. And then on that day of reckoning, you shall be called to account for the favors bestowed upon you. Stagfirullah. Yes, I'm done reading, Ustads.
You read this verse, you see,
Yes, yes,
ألهاكم التكاثر.
yes,
Then we are busy in multiplying and accounting
yes,
until the death come to you.
yes.
At that moment, oh, you will know.
That's why,
I have
Ustads,
another one. Ah,
I experienced so much strategy in my life. I experienced near to death maybe 9 or 10 times. So now I'm dedicating my life to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala because we don't know. I don't know when my life ends. So tomorrow, next month, next year, we don't know. So that's why we need
uh,
to make good deeds.
also open chapter near chapter 104
104.
Al-Humaza.
Okay, verse.
Yes, we can read it complete. I will read. It's the important is number 2,
Okay.
but I will read it complete. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ويل لكل همزة لمزة الذي جمع مالا وعدد يحسب أن ماله أخلد كلا لينبذن في الحطمة وما أدراك ما الحطمة نار الله الموقدة التي تطلع على الأفئدة إنها عليهم مؤصدة في عمد ممددة.
Disaster is decree for every slander defamer who amasses wealth instead of spending it for a good of humanity, counts it over and over and depends upon it as a safeguard against his future possible hardships. He thinks that his wealth will make him immortal. No, never. We shall surely be cast in the crushing torment of hellfire. And what should make you know that the crushing torment is? It is the fire set ablaze by Allah, and which rises over the feelings of the heart, the origin of man's hell. It fire will be closed on them so as not to let them escape from it, and also increase for them a torture of heat. The flame of the fire will raise in the form of huge outstretched columns. Ay, nako. So we need
Uh, this chapter
yes.
102
Yes.
and 104 have the solution in 103. يقول تعالى بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر.
Wal Asr.
Yes, 103.
Wait. 103 yes. Okay. Bismillah. Sights of witness the time. Verily, a person who is unmindful of God and higher values of life is pursuing a losing bargain. Different, however, is the cause those who believe and do deeds of righteousness and who exhort one another to accept the preach the truth and the exhort one another to abide by it with patience and perseverance. Okay.
Then this about all people will be lost except who the one believe and have a good deeds, and at the same time he convey the message with patience. Except that because all people they are busy collecting, multiplying, accounting how much the wealth, and they forget the day of judgment. At the same time, they forget to satisfy their spiritual needs. That's why it's our topic you living in this life as a temporary life or as a stranger or as a traveling, and the same time for the life after death, it's the long term, and that is the real success. This is what we need to understand.
Okay.
All that in this video. Inshallah, other video we continue about humbly or how to be humble in this life, and we
Okay.
explain also this life.
Okay. Before we end, Ustads, we will proceed to question and answer portion.
Inshallah, if this about this topic.
Yes, yes. Okay. Bismillah.
Bismillah.
Ustads, you said before that we need to have balance in this life. We need to work hard to gain money to help others, and also we
Yes.
need to um do more good deeds for the hereafter, for the judgment day. Then
Yes.
why prophets, peace be upon them, they are poor. The majority of the prophets are poor. Only King Solomon and King David are rich. Then why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made them poor? Because if you are rich, people will believe you. People will trust you, or they will adore you, and they will believe all your what you are talking. And why is that?
First, the prophets have some prophets they are rich, they are a king actually,
Okay.
Prophet Dawood and Prophet Sulaiman, but the majority of the prophet they are poor, radiallahu anhum. One of that prophet, you should he is the model of the all the his followers, and as you should be humble person, and at the same time uh, the humble, it's one of the moral of the prophets actually. That's why, and the same time they are a model. If you are a model, you need to be in the middle or in the this group, yeah, not rich, not above other people. Actually, the rich people, it's exam for them. Sometimes it's the richest. If you have a big way, it's not right for you. But the prophets different because they have no wealth. Actually, their wealth it's the knowledge, it's the wisdom from Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, and they are conveying the message. That's why the prophets after they dead or something, they have no wealth, no any. I mean, no any wealth, but they have the message. They live for us the message, their history, their story, and also it's a model for us. If you example, if you try about, you ask about patient, how I make patient. Oh, have Prophet Ayub have the best one doing patient. Prophet Yaqub have a patient. All trial happen in your life, the prophets already happened to them. That's why as a model for the human and for the people to follow them. That's why also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explained to us about the story or the history of the prophets. More than 25 prophets mentioned in the Quran with their history and story. Why? As we take that as an example for us, and at the same time, he revealed that story for the Prophet Muhammad والسلام, to see what happened convey message, you will have a hardship life and trial. Actually, also they have trial because in the hadith, the meaning of that hadith, Prophet said, how you have more trial, Allah will love you more. Actually, it's more trial. That's why the prophets, they have the best trial in their life, and to take him as a model. But if I told you about one rich as a your model for trial, you have hardship, you know that it's rich. This is a king. No need to have a. That's why first message from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the prophet, they are not God, they are human being, they have trial, they're facing problem, they are normal, they are eating food, and sometimes they have no food to eat also, the same trial. They're hiding sometimes because someone they want to kill him. Every prophet have some story happen to them. Prophet Moses alayhi salam, Prophet Isa alayhi salam, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Everyone have different kind of trial, and at the same time, people they try to his people. I mean, they try to stop him, especially the rich people, because the rich they don't like to be. They are arrogant. Actually, if you have a wealth too much, very hard to be in the right path. Sometimes the dunya, what we said, the beauty and the enjoyment take you, and the devil make you the beauty of this life. You forget your message. Even the prophet, they have some purpose, some wealth. It's about knowledge. It's about convey the message. It's not about enjoyment in this life. They are thinking about the day of judgment. Actually, the Prophet Dawood, just he makes some mistake about when he get mad. Allah explained to him, "You do wrong," and he bow down or prostrate for that, and he is still crying about that sin. Prophet Dawood, okay, he is a king, but at the same time, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he explained to us, he was working by his hands and eating from what he worked in his hands. He worked after the income, he used that as a food, not as a king, as a spending money for his holding money and spend that. No, you mean he work or he eat what he done working because of his job, and he also Prophet Dawood, he fasting day by after day, he make fasting. Yeah, you talk about the Prophet Dawood as a king, but his worshiping in the top of fasting and praying. He pray 1/3 of the night, tahajjud in the night, Prophet Dawood.
Yes.
I know he's a king, but at the same time, you see how he worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he think about the day of judgment, actually. He's a king as a judgment, to take care for the people, to have justice. That's why the prophets, it's our model, actually. The model, you should have experience for everything. What you are facing is already done for the prophets already. That's why you take him as your model and you follow them. And their wealth, it's about this da'wah, to convey the message, to spread the monotheism message, to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. This is the wealth, actually.
Okay. Thank you, Ustads. And I
Thanks.
have last question, Ustads, before we end this video.
Mm.
Okay. Um, why we don't know our the day when we will gonna die, Ustads? Because if you know, we know, for example, if we will know that at the age of 60 we will die. So
Mm.
for this lifespan, we will spend good deeds and the other part bad deeds. So why we don't know? Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala
But
didn't allow us?
this is Allah's wisdom. Sometimes it's good for us, actually. Not sometimes, it's good for us to don't know where you die. What
Yes.
if you know you will die after 1 month? You will still stay in the house. You don't move anywhere. You stay waiting for that time. That's why Allah keep that hiding. It's for us, benefit for us. You imagine everyone he know what he did. how how he will, so difficult situation. You know your birthday. What if you know your death day?
Oh,
What will happen? You will celebrate that, or you will cry every.
you will get depressed.
Huh?
You will
No,
get
I think
depressed.
you will cry every day that day. No more birthday. Cry day. لا إله إلا الله.
Okay,
But
Ustaz.
beautiful.
Okay, Ustaz. Jazakallahu khair. Shukran for your wisdom.
السلام.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May the peace, mercy, and blessing of Allah. And to all our viewers, please don't forget to share this video, like, and comment down below. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
السلام.